So about 6 or 7 years ago, we did a video time lapse using one of these wilderness cameras, and we set it up to record over like 4 or 5 days of watching this building being built. And at that time, when I went over the footage and I looked at it, I was like, why is it wiggling so much? Maybe it was the wind or something. But something looked like it was swaying back and forth. And I thought to myself, no, that looks kind of weird. But I never paid too much attention to it. And then I went over, and then the years pass, and I thought to myself, I'm going to go back and look at that footage. And because I had a hunch that this could possibly be showing the effects of gravity and the Earth's rotation as the sun moves across the sky during the day. Now I'm going to show you a clip, and I put this line, this red line that goes across, to show that the camera is actually swaying. It's in a position where it's kind of like on an angle in the morning and kind of like on the other angle by the time the sun goes down. And so how you can tell it's morning is that the shadows are on the right side as the sun is rising on the right side of the building. And at the end of the day, the shadows are casting on the left side when the sun is going down. So this is one way to show you exactly when's morning, when's night. Now this happens every day. In the morning, when it starts to do the start to time lapse, you can see that it's below the line of the building at the top, and by the end of the day it lifts up. You can see that the movement, even though it's jerking around a little bit, you can see that in the morning it's at one spot, and by the end of the day it's at a little bit higher up, and the next day same thing, identical. And I thought to myself, okay, this may be proving the rotation of the Earth, gravity, and also the gravity of the sun pulling on it just a tiny, tiny bit. I looked online. I can't find anybody that's ever done this experiment before or done anything like this before, and I'm going to recreate it over the next few days. I'm going to take this back out and I'm going to hang it up. And the reason I think it worked too is because I used this cable to put on top, so it's just hanging. Like, it's not strapped perfectly. So if there is a sway to it, a tiny, tiny bit, the wind could move it, but I mean, I could probably make it so the conditions aren't so windy to do a better video, and to see if I get the same effect as what I got 6 or 7 years ago. And I have no idea, maybe the scientific community or somebody in there can recreate this experiment and prove that this is what I said it is: the sun, the Earth, and the rotation with gravity. And I'm hoping that it can be recreated and be proven that it is something. I always thought, well, you hear the tides and the moon and the sun and the tides, in the oceans. Possibly this is a fraction of something that nobody's actually done an experiment on before. Hopefully this can be redone, and I'm going to do it, and I'm hoping other people will do it as well and try it. Oh, one more thing in the experiment I've almost forgot. The camera was pointing south at this building. So when the sun moves, it's coming from one side to the other, going up and around it this way, like this. So the direction on which the camera should be facing is south when the experiment and the time lapse is done. One of the things that definitely has to be exactly the same conditions on what I had it when I did it.
Hey, don't forget to like, share, and follow me for more interesting, crazy videos.